Hey guys, welcome to another review. Now today is Friday's review, and we're going to do an in-depth review of the new remake of the Blair Witch, due to the fact that in the folder now we've done Grave Encounters, Blair Witch. I believe that's it. So we finished 2 franchises of found footage. We're not going to be doing Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity will be... I don't want to drop any Paranormal Activity reviews. I'm going to do it next Halloween, so get prepared for that. Yeah, I'm doing this every Halloween. I'm going to reboot this horror theme though. So I've got a year's worth of Blu-rays for Halloween, but yeah. Also be releasing a video on Monday explaining what the next week is. Should be pretty fun. So that I've got the bed cased version, which looks sick. But yeah, we're going to go I got my notes, obviously. You know, I like to get notes. I like to watch the film through. Now, right off the bat, I have not finished this film. I'm making it out like I've watched the whole of this film. Okay. So the film starts out with this YouTube clip that we didn't know was a YouTube clip. So basically, it tells you everything you need to know. So it's like the year 1994, they lost the footage type thing came up on the screen. Yeah, and basically it was on YouTube. It was a YouTube video uploaded by 666. I don't know. But I like the fact they've modernised Blair Witch. So this is a different identity. I really do like that. That's the only thing that I can give this film praise for. They've modernised. No, I don't really hate it. I watched it back through and I actually kind of enjoyed it a lot more than I remember. And then they pack their modern equipment, GoPros, drones, you know, all sorts. Yeah, obviously I had to look at my notes. They show clips of the original as she moderates it. She basically says stuff like, they get lost in the wood, you know, the obvious stuff. They're basically giving the film, the new fans, the people that never watched the original that went to see this, the backstory they need to know in order to understand why they're going out into the woods. And then that's when we find out James is the brother of Heather, the girl from the original. Which I thought was such a good time. Imagine having just random characters that just went in there for no reason. Party. There was a party scene that actually was done well. And it actually didn't feel like just a split of time like Grave Encounters 2. I will be doing a lot of comparisons like to the previous films if they do another scene like one of the other films but they do it 20 times better or worse. Then we get the hotel scene, the classic motel hotel scene where they obviously lie down before the night they go out there, and you know, but it differentiates because instead of talking to people, they're drunk and they mess around with the walkie-talkie, so you hear yeah in the motel. And then they drive off, and they meet two they got the conservative flag, you know, the red flag with black border with the crosses. Yeah, basically the one that was linked to slavery. They got that on their wall. Basically, I'm gonna call them this from now on, racists. Now, you're going to hear racist a lot because there's a lot of parts that built up the backstory a lot. This film differentiates from the original. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, they meet the racists because they're the conservative. So I'm moving my wire. And then we got a scene where they go into the woods. He's booming out a shitty... I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know what they was listening to. And then we got the guy called Pete, which is James's friend, which is why it was so embarrassing for them, because Pete and I don't know what the other girl's name was, but we called him Pete and the other girl. They were black and they saw the conservative flag, so that's why it was a bit more of a unit that they just stared in disfucking But then we got a pile of rocks scene where Pete was taking the piss out of the pile of rocks. He's like, pile of rocks, what? Was it a shit pile and stuff like that? Just took the piss out of it. And then we got an infection scene where what she thinks is an infection. Now we'll come back to this point of the infection. I'm going to leave a mark to remember to come back to that mark. Come back to that point. Tomorrow's movie, by the way, is VHS. Another found footage which I enjoy. Then we got the set up tent scene, which is why it's so comic relief, because the other people set it up no problem, and Pete was there like, oh, I think this is how we do it. Oi, shut up, I think this is the way we do it. And he was there for about, it was night time. So the first night Pete goes to collect wood, and then the second day comes around. Nothing really happens up till about 5 minutes after, when Pete goes to rebandage her foot after the infection, and it wasn't an infection. Something moved in her foot. We'll find what that was later. Which was just, something moved in her foot. And then decided it'd be a good idea. Before that, though, there was another bad scene. So the racist people pranked the others by putting these voodoo dolls around. Now this will come back to bite them in one of them in the ass. You shouldn't troll them, because they are gonna think you trolled them again, and it's just we'll get to there. Then the first desk comes about. So Pete is running. He sees the Blair Witch, which I have to give him props. The design on the Blair Witch is amazing. Her hands are like discontorted, and she's crawling on all fours, looking like a stick figure. She looked, which did look pretty sick, to be fair. I just like the animosity that we didn't know, but then they did that so well that I don't really have a problem with it anymore. Then Pete, the tree collapses on him, and the last thing we hear from him is, "Oh fuck, help!" And then he gets lit. The tree gets lit. He's and then they find his torch, and we never see him again. Okay, so then there's nothing really happens for a while. They hear noises, but that's, we're not going to talk about noises. Then the racists reappear. But the thing that they've done so well in this film is they have actually apparently moved time zones somehow. So they added a new law, which I thought was very good. So they come back with like massive beards and hair all tricky. Like they've been there for days, but it's only been days, not days, weeks. And the crew's only been there for a couple of days, and they've been there for about a week now. Like his beard was discontorted. Yeah, she looked like a mess. And then they bump into them again. It was day. It was still said it was day, but it was dark, which was, obviously you know what that is. The Blair Witch has power over the woods and makes it dark, so she can move around a lot more without them properly seeing her. The thing that I think is really cool, though, what they've done with this film, is the woman loses the other guy. I don't know what their names are, because I don't care about the racists at all. I do feel bad for her, though, where the other girl, the one that was related to Pete, the one that was dating Pete, came out of the tent and saw her. She grabbed these voodoo dolls, like, you made these, and she snaps it. But the change of this one, this is why you shouldn't prank them. She went in half too, so when she did that, the actual girl went like, her back snapped and she was crooked, she fell and died. So that was the second death. And then they all split up once their tents started flying everywhere. The tents started lifting up off the floor and flying everywhere. So they were there like, the other two bail out of there, right? And they split up from the other girl. We don't know what her name is. Is it on the back? Oh, the man's called Lane, and Talia, and the girl that got snapped is Talia. I would say her name is Ashley. Ashley, I believe. Yeah, Ashley. They split up from Ashley, and then Ashley finally decides to look at her foot, and it moves around. She's like, "What's that?" And it's like a tail hanging out of her foot. She rips it out, and it's some sort of like stick work in her foot. It was done manky. And then she's the GoPro and aims to get the GoPro, but as we know, the Blair Witch like to smash down trees. Bam, she falls, dies. Bam. Then the next thing is Lane. Lane does die. They meet up with him again. He's been there for a couple months. The Blair Witch taking him fully over. and he gets Lisa and throws her into some tunnel networks. He goes, "She told me to do this, man." He shut the lid. She had to crawl through these narrow tunnels. This plays on claustrophobia, so another well-renowned horror, claustrophobia. So yeah, they chucked a bit of claustrophobia in there, and also I missed the part when they were walking from the door. She was running away from the Blair Witch with her crooked arms like that. When she gets out, when she's crawling through the tunnel, you see her for a little while. It's a bit scary. You can hear her noises for her the whole way, and she gets stuck in a narrow bit of tunnel in a sewer, the old sewage network. So she has to break. She has to wet herself up with poop, crawl out there, and then she kills the other guy. Lane gets hit with a rock, I believe. I'm not sure how he does. I can't be able to watch the whole film. Then Lisa runs up to meet up with James. Obviously, James goes in separately. And they do the Blair Witch corner scene, but they both do it. So they're both looking in the back. And he says, "If you look at her, she'll kill you." And basically, the way the Blair Witch kills James is she puts Heather's voice on. So Heather's voice is going on like, "James, help me!" And he looks behind, she gets nabbed. And then she keeps looking at the corner, and she has James going, "So sorry, I'm so sorry." Obviously, because he let him out there. So James, yeah. And that was the end of the film. Alright, I'm going to give you my personal review. I'm going to give this, as a solid remake, 9 out of 10. Now, it could be a bit better. It could have maybe not took the piss out of the original lore, but other than that, really good, solid reboot of the series. I hope they do make a Blair Witch 2, because I would love to see that. But yeah, again, I hope they leave it buried with this sequel, because we know how other sequels go. I hope like 20 so years they do another Blair Witch, just like 20 years in the future. But yeah, 9 out of 10. That has been my review on the Blair Witch remake. Bye bye.